Welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel. I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. The information on this channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. And today we are going to be taking a look at the brand new Jazwares Spartan Collection Series 4 JUN-A266 Spartan. But first, if you're new, then welcome. This channel is all about cool action figures, analyzing them, hunting them, taking pics of them, and of course, playing with them. If that's your sort of thing, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you stay notified when I do upload new content. And if you do enjoy this video or any other content that I put out, please remember to give them a thumbs up. It is free and easy for you to do, and it really helps the channel grow. So with all that being said, guys, once again, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Jazwares Spartan Collection JUN-A266 Spartan. Now, I have to admit, I can totally be butchering that, and I'm sure I am. But like I've stated before, I have not really played any Halos past Halo really 4. I played it once, I believe, but Halo 3 was really when I was really into Halo and whatnot, and this Halo is actually making me really intrigued, and I may be able to play it soon enough, so hopefully I'll be able to catch up on some of the new Halo lore and all that. But until then, yeah, I'm sorry if I completely butchered this guy's name, but he is a great looking Spartan, and I am super happy to add him to my collection. Now, he is the one figure in this series that comes with an unmasked head, and he does actually come with an extra accessory, so we'll go ahead and talk about all that in this video. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and just move on into accessories, starting off with his extra hands. So he does come with a pair of trigger finger hands. Yes, the trigger finger hands have made a return finally to the Spartan collection, and if you didn't know, the last two waves or series did not contain trigger finger hands, so you kind of had to create your own by slicing the fingers apart. However, Jazwares heard our cries of wanting trigger finger hands, and they finally gave it to us. So once again, we have trigger finger hands for the Spartan collection. So we do also get a pair of fisted hands, so that way they can get down with hand-to-hand combat. We do get a pair of C-grip hands. He's actually using his left one right there to hold the bottom half of the rifle. And we get a what I call a multi-function hand, because it can be utilized for a number of things. You could either use it as a two-finger point, a two-finger salute, or you could even utilize it so you can articulate it inwards and have it so that he's touching his comm on his helmet. So that's why I call it a multifunctional hand, because you can use it for so many different things. Like I said, he is the one figure in this series that comes with an unmasked head. So here it is. Now, I have not played Halo Reach, which I am assuming this guy is from. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But yeah, or maybe he's from the new game. I don't know. I don't know if this is like supposed to look like him or if it's spot on or anything. So it's a cool head sculpt. I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty cool head sculpt, and yeah, so that is what it is. If you guys know the game, if you think that's a great head sculpt, let me know in the comments below. So besides the rifle, he does come with another weapon, which is of course the Magnum Pistol from the classics. You know, they do have that updated handgun, but this is always going to be what I think of in terms of handguns when someone mentions Halo. So with that being said, let's go ahead and pull him forward so we can go ahead and get the remaining accessories off of him. Like I said, he does come with one extra accessory, and that is this knife right here. And Jazwares went ahead and went the extra mile and did not just sculpted the knife, but actually gave you a knife that you can actually remove from the sheath on his shoulder. So that's pretty cool, because they could have just sculpted it in and made it look like, you know, a knife, much like these matches right here. But before we get into looking more onto his armor, why don't we go ahead and pull this rifle out of his hands so we can take a nice close look at it. So we have gotten the sniper rifle before in the Jazwares line, but I feel like this one is slightly more updated in terms of paint apps. So always happy to add another sniper to the collection. So yeah, guys, with that being said, that is all the accessories that he comes with. So let's go ahead and pull him a little closer and take a nice close look at his armor, because this guy is super cool. I like that he comes with this fat pouch right here and this, you know, like camper style backpack right here, and obviously this cloaking stuff for you know, snipers. And I just absolutely love this guy's armor. I have to admit, it is really cool, and obviously it's green, and as you guys know here on the channel, green is my favorite color, so I couldn't say no when I saw him there. So yeah, guys, this guy is super cool. Even the weathering on his helmet is cool, although it doesn't really match up with the armor. Down here it's super weathered. Right here it kind of loses its weathering, but then the helmet is like all super weathered, so take it for what it is. But I'm pretty happy with this guy. Now my only concern with him, now this may be only my figure, but my leg just keeps popping out like crazy. Like it just wants to slide out each and every time, and so that's just my thing. So hopefully that's not an issue with your figure, but just be aware. As you can see, I put it in, and literally if I just try to twist it or move it like this, it just slides out. Now I'm not even pulling on it, and I can do that with this. Whoa, this one's actually really fucking tight, but this one's actually really in there, whereas this one, I feel like the hole's been kind of like stripped and stuff. So just be aware that is an issue with mine, at least. I don't know if it's an issue with all of them. Hopefully not, because usually the QC on these guys is actually pretty fucking good. So anyways, guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and move on into articulation. His head can look all the way, actually it cannot. It can only look that far to the right. It can only look that far to the left. And in terms of looking down, it really can't look down or up, so you get very limited head mobility with this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the head off, so that way we can pop the non-helmeted head on and take a look at the articulation with the non-helmeted head. So he can go a little further to the right and a little further to the left. Apparently I still think he won't be able to look down. And yeah, I don't know if it's the joint that's stuck or he just doesn't move. But yeah, that is what it is. So I'll go ahead and keep that alternate head on there for the rest of this review. His arms do go all the way to his T-pose. You do get 360 rotation at the shoulder. No butterfly joint, but you do get double hinge elbows right there. Rotation at the wrist, as well as hinging in and out at the wrist. And much like with all the Spartans and figures in this collection, his ab rotation is basically none. So he does go out pretty far in terms of leg articulations outward this way. Not quite the splits. Once again, this thing wants to fall out any chance it gets, but once again, that just seems to be mine. Hopefully let me know in the comments below if you purchased this figure and you have the same issue. He kicks out forward that far. Whoa, once again the leg strikes again, so let's go ahead and pop that back in, and he doesn't really kick back at all. He does come with double hinge knees, but with all the figures in this line, the knees are pretty chunky, so that's pretty much all he can do right there, even though he has double hinge knees. Looking at his ankle articulation, it goes down that far, it goes up that far. It does have a ball rocker hinge, as well as toe articulation up and toe articulation down. So yeah, guys, all in all, a really cool figure despite having the small slight QC problem that mine has. Something I will point out about these guys is that they do have soft joints. So like right here, as you can see, it's very soft. So that's something that my friend Robert pointed out to me that I hadn't noticed before, and now that he did, I just cannot stop seeing it. So hopefully it doesn't become an issue, and hopefully maybe they'll improve on that as well. Find out in the future, I guess. So until then, guys, stay up to date with all the latest great toy news, reveals, pre-orders, and so much more when you join me every Sunday morning for Coffee and Toys, a weekly toy news, toy talk podcast. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at some really cool pics of this guy that I took. And if you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a great fucking day. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you enjoyed those pics, you can find the full images over on Instagram at CoolFigurez. And I do have a separate Instagram account for my more thought out, planned out, more edited pics called Epic Shots. by CoolFigurez. Check it out if you like what you see. Leave me a follow there as well. And if you guys want to see the unboxing of any figures I do reviews on for this channel, go ahead and check me out over on TikTok at CoolFigurez. That's where I post all my unboxings. And join me every Sunday morning for Coffee and Toys, a weekly toy news, toy talk podcast where we will go over all the latest and great toy news, reveals, pre-orders, and so much more. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. But whether or not you're a subscriber, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me talk about toys. I really appreciate it. As always, I'm your host, Jess the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Thank you so much to this channel sponsor, VRare Store. Check them out for all your Funko Pop, anime, Pokemon card, and toy print needs. And of course, use code CoolFigurez at checkout for 10% off your order. VRare Store, check them out, guys.